Justices just heard oral arguments in the case Moyle versus the United States. The state of Idaho is challenging a federal law that requires emergency care for patients, and under the Biden administration, that includes abortions. But does that violate state law?
Abortion is not health care. Abortion hurts a woman and takes the life of a human child.
I have known women who have died from self-inflicted abortions. I have known an abortion provider who was killed in Buffalo.
Protesters butting heads front and center at the Supreme Court. While the school of thought couldn't be more different, each side had a deep reasoning for their beliefs.
This just goes to the whole regard of human life. Do we think human life is precious or not?
Carol Tobias is the president of the Right to Life. She said there's no question doctors and nurses know how to care for pregnant women and their unborn babies. But she says what's being proposed is crossing the line.
So this is new, that the Biden administration is now trying to turn the ERs into abortion facilities.
Pamela Reed sees it differently. She believes it's vital for a baby to be wanted by its mother.
If you are forced to carry a child to term that you don't want, that's not good for anybody. Not good for the mother and not good for the child.
Reed says she believes it's bigger than just a difference of opinion.
I think there's a lot of people who want to force their will upon others. It's a power.
And I think we've seen a really big disinformation campaign from the Biden administration, who is seeking to weaponize EMTALA to remove the conscience protections of healthcare providers in the emergency room.
Felipe Avila, the director of communications with the National Association of Pro-Life Nurses, says he's hopeful the Supreme Court will side with the state of Idaho, recognizing the states have the right to legislate and put limits on abortion.
And if you ask any abortion activists here, they will likely tell you that they recognize a fetus as a living human being, but they don't believe it deserves protections. And, we at the National Association of Pro-Life Nurses believe that this is a very scary argument to use, because when you dehumanize a group of human beings, you have genocide.
Danielle Versluis is the CEO of Stanton Healthcare in Idaho. She believes the state law serves a purpose without harm.
Since the Defense of Life Act was passed in Idaho, not a single woman has died or needed to have an abortion because of an emergency situation.
But she says the long-term psychological effects abortion has on women is irreversible.
We've seen the effect of abortion on women. We have seen women who have been coerced and pressured into unwanted abortions. We have seen women come into our clinics on their second or third pregnancy, having aborted prior ones, and just struggling with the reality that they had an abortion they didn't want.
As justices decide whether the state law violates the federal medical emergency law, this will be the second time the justices take up the issue of abortion. I'm Natasha Sweet for Washington Examiner.